Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome to the telephone hop round 5. Here is the beautiful layout from Melissa that was sent to me, and here I go. So I'm a little bit farther down the line this round. I knew with moving that I needed to be sometime in June because otherwise I might not get my layout done. And so I was kind of super excited when I found out that I was behind Melissa. I, of course, love her style. She is one of my favorites, and her layout was just so gorgeous. And I wanted to keep that central design as much as possible. I wanted to add in a tag somewhere to give a little bow to that. And I wanted to play with some of my scraps. So went into my scrap bin, and I have this bag full of scraps from when I moved. I found a teal, a yellow, and that beautiful feather paper from Chamel. I ended up also finding this piece of cardstock from it's a mermaid line, and I just used it for Nora in my Quilters Vibe layout from last month in June. And of course, I just can't think of what it's called. I think it's Mermaid Wishes, I think. Anyways, it had this beautiful purple and it matched the feather color from Chamel just perfectly. So they're all going together. I'm trying to get the design laid out exactly like I saw it with Melissa's layout. I'm trying to keep a few things very, very, very similar. So the idea of the progression of the telephone hop and the scrap lifting, something is there so that when I pass it on, and I pass on to Kristen, that she gets the idea of what it's supposed to look like and it's not too drastically changed. Now, this is kind of the fun thing about the telephone hop is you get to do whatever you want. So there are some people that completely change up the layout. Like it completely goes from the very first person to the very last person. You would not know that they were scrap lifted. And that's what's so fun about this series is every group, and there's 6 groups. There's 3 that are on YouTube and 3 groups that are just in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And they do it in our little albums. And then sometimes they post on Instagram. But that is my favorite thing. It's so much fun to see the progression and see what happens. Okay, sorry, I was interrupted. So anyways, that's the point of the telephone hop, and I love it. So as you can see, I have got my layers. I've decided to do the mat, and so there's a border because I saw that as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and play with my photos and turn it into my own style. So I have these adorable photos of Nora. She was just getting her first bit and taste of solid food. So these are the pouches that they all started on, and my kids love these pouches. I love them because I don't want to take the time to puree food and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it wasn't my thing. So these pouches are fantastic, and I think they're worth every penny. But she had fun and she wanted to try the food, but mostly she just wanted to play with the spoon. And I just love these photos. I've cut off her you can't even see her forehead. I've cut them off in the photos and they're so funny. But she's wearing these adorable pajamas that have little bows on them. They were one of my all-time favorite jammies of hers. And I vividly remember her sitting and eating and just loving to eat these pouches. So I've been kind of waiting to document these. I wanted to get the right feel to them, and I'm so happy that I used them for this particular layout because I feel like the feel of the layout suits the photos. And let's be honest, she's just super cute. It's also going to give me the chance to play with a little bit more of the fruit that I had left over. Now, these little fruits like the pineapple and the pear and stuff, they are actually from like a Valentine's line, I believe. I was like, I don't know how I'm ever going to use these, but I've used them in 2 layouts now, and both of them have been about Nora. One of them was when she was helping to cook for Sean's birthday this year, and I was able to use a bunch because it fit the mood because she's still a toddler trying to cook, so it totally fit the mood perfectly. And the other one is this one because she's trying food, and so it's cutesy and it can use these. Now, how you use them in a Valentine's layout, I don't know how people did it. They looked amazing when other people did it. I could not make that work for the life of me. I couldn't. So it's funny how we all have our little things that we can do perfectly and other things that we're just like, nope, it's not for me. I don't know how this is going to happen. And you find a different way to use it. So that's an example of me using something in a different way. You can see I'm doing some layers. I wanted to get that pop of yellow frame that has been in my stash for a while. It is from the Good Vibes collection. So if you can remember last month, I was in the process of trying to use up some of my Good Vibes collection. So that was helpful to have that kind of used up there. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of layering and some tucking and some playing. And I pretty much at this point leave it pretty simple. I didn't really know where else to go with it. I didn't know if I wanted to take it any farther than the simplistic, of a more simplistic layout, or if I was going to add more. I do add a few little phrases here and there and stuff like that, but then I think I'm done and I'm just going to let it go. I use the word tasty story for my title. So yeah, you can see I pretty much at this moment am leaving it more on the simplistic style. However, I let this sit on my desk for a little while and I couldn't leave it simplistic. So I think that the simplistic style is what I sent to Kristen. However, I change it up a little bit and turn it into a layout that could be used for Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I'm going to come back live so you can see all of that. And if you are interested, by the way, if you want to get yourself some sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, know that you can always use my code Christy15. It'll give you 15% off in the shop. But yeah, so hang tight and you'll come back and see what I ended up doing, because I just couldn't leave it simplistic. I tried. It just didn't work. So hang tight. Hey guys, so I was about to do the voiceover for this layout and realized I forgot to share with you the little tweaks I made to it. So I added a couple things just to kind of spice it up a little. And part of that would be this cut file, a little chipboard that says sweet on you. And then I moved my tasty down here after I layered a fun little, it says smile, which is not important, the fact that it says smile, but it's just a cute little white frame. But I just liked how it kind of added another pop of bright white, and I went with that and then moved that down here so it was kind of tasty story. You could tell that it was all one thing. And it gave me the opportunity to, inside each of the flowers, to add some sequins and turn this into a Spiegel Mom Scraps layout. So they're just simply a bunch of glue added and pushed in the sequins, and then whatever fell out, I brushed to the side. I love it. I even added a few little sequins onto this little pineapple's cheeks there, and one there for like a bow for that. Is that a pear? I think that's a pear. Anyways, I'm so happy with the finished results to it. So I just wanted to show you the little bits and bobs that I had added. I'm not even sure if you saw the frame that I did. And then I also added some scalloped tissue paper to match the scalloped at the bottom. So that is the actual finished layout for this telephone hop round 5. If you did not catch Melissa's from yesterday, please make sure you click back. I should have the links below, but check out Melissa's from yesterday because her layout is what inspired me to create this one, and hers is so gorgeous. So I know you can see it up there, but click back so you can watch the process video as well. And then make sure tomorrow you head on over to Kristen's channel to see how she took on my layout, and we'll see. I cannot actually remember if she got the actual finished layout or just the bit that you saw that had a little bit less embellishing. Because when I did this embellishing, it kind of took away from the style of Melissa's actual layout anyway. So hopefully what I sent her will be close enough so that the progression of the telephone hop stays intact a little bit. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.